Here is the beginning of the station. The regular sound's not working, so I just have to use my voice. That's just, welcoming people in. This is station one, something simple. Everybody can communicate. And this is such a simple way that people know how to communicate. And it's like, once you've done this, that's it. You've done successful communication. So, the button resets, and there's sound effects and things in there. You just can't hear it. Background, I'll add a whole bunch of stuff. This is all just like the skeleton of it. It's a tongue twister station here. A skunk sat on a stump and thunk the stump stunk, but the stump thunk the skunk stunk. If you push those buttons, there's actually a recording of me saying those. Okay, this is like a stage fright station, communication apprehension, comparing typical fears that people have that are not even as great as their fear of public speaking. As deadly and dangerous as some of these things are, heights and spiders and death, people are actually more scared of public speaking. And off to the side, there's a clip from Seinfeld where he talks about it. It's like a 30-second clip. Here's just like a more scientific approach to communication. This is the breakdown of sending a message from one person to the other. This button just keeps it simple. You just push it and the message goes from sender to receiver. But that's just from A to B, and it's much more nuanced than that. So we're going to break down what is actually happening there. These 5 steps have to take place. Again, I'm going to decorate this much better later and, add a couple more graphics and backgrounds. All right, here's the station where it teaches us about the communication process. First idea. And again, there's like sound effects and smoke and things like that when things appear. So you're just going to have to, I just don't know how to show it on this recording. But in the game, if you were on the goggles, all this would be part of it. You would hear the sound effects and you'd be able to use the buttons. And there's a couple little glitches here, but I could fix that real easy, And then stage 4 is also supposed to be affected by all those shapes. I need to add that in, where all those shapes come up with perception and culture and skills, the things that affect how you decode. And then the 5th step is feedback. I haven't added a graphic there yet. Now it's a poetry station, just a couple buttons where you push something and it tells you about poetry. I'm going to add 2 more poems in there. Then a public speaking room. And if you get nervous, you get, stage fright or communication apprehension, as we referred to before. That was an accident. I was supposed to leave this part out. Here, let's go back to public speaking. So if you're giving a speech, and I want to make it a little easier, we can get rid of the audience. You can just do it to an empty room and practice. And then you gradually work your way up to a real crowd. So we got that fake crowd. Then you could have just people here as avatars, and then maybe in your real life you do public speaking somewhere. Okay, this is a room where you practice giving wedding toasts. So, this is a nice little station. And I created all this by hand. Every little person, every little wall, every little wine glass. And then here's the final station where it's small group, interpersonal communication, like dinner with the family. So I have to add a bunch in there too.